One of my rabbis, Rabbi Soloveitchik, writes in a magazine Tradition, what does a teacher do? He tells a story. And what is the nature of the story that has been told and retold hundreds of times through the generations? We tell the children the story of laws which form the foundation of Jewish morality. We tell them the story of honesty and sincerity, love and sympathy. We also try and tell the child the story of statutes whose meaning we do not fully grasp. We tell him the story of laws whose rationale is beyond our grasp, of man's surrender to his maker, the story of suspension of human judgment in deference to a higher will. We also tell the child the story of people who met God and joined him in a covenant, who engaged with the Almighty in dialogue. We not only tell stories describing these events, we tell stories participating the re-experience of events which transpired millennia ago. To tell a story is to relive the event. We still sit on the floor and mourn the destruction of a sanctuary, an event that took place over 1900 years ago. We still celebrate the Exodus, an event which lies at the dawn of our histories, and he continues and continues. And the point is, Soloveitchik teaches us something that we live here at Beit Shuvah, is there are stories and then there are experiences. And what do we do as Jews? We don't just tell a story. We experience things. And that is very important because our point for us here, for me, is to live something. I'll repeat this a few times, but I don't care how much Torah you know, I care how you live it. There are 30 days separating the holiday which we just had, Purim and Pesach. 30 is a big number, and it's a very important number in Judaism. It is the number of connection. I don't know if you noticed, but traditionally, I grew up traditionally in an Orthodox background. Traditionally, if you don't see a friend, a close friend, a confidant, over 30 days, you have to say a Shechianu. Because 30 days is too long to not go with somebody that you admire. 30 days is too long to not go with a confidant. So you have to say a blessing. You have to recognize it. So between Purim and Pesach are exactly 30 days. So what's the connection between those 30 days? Between Purim and Pesach. Both in Purim and in Pesach, we do something that is very, very interesting. We have to try on a new identity. We have to try on something that's different. We have to experience something that's different. In Purim, right, we have to try and be happy. We have to try and put on a mask. And many times we think mask is a bad thing, but many times for us, and if you do Purim, the mask reveals the inside. The mask that we put on really conceals who we are inside. We have to try and be ourselves. We're commanded to not be able to distinguish between Mordechai and Haman, right? To try and confuse them. And again, other people see this as a way to maybe get so intoxicated. But it's deeper than that. Because when you are able to really miss the point between Mordechai and Haman, you're really acknowledging that within you, there is both Mordechai and Haman. And you see Haman's point of view, and you see Mordechai's point of view. Pesach, we have to sit and lean to the left and be like kings, right? And we're supposed to, right, to be as if we ourselves have come out of Egypt. We have to try on being free, try on the identity of being free. But we're not all free. We're slaves as well, still, to our addictions, to money, to celebritism, to all the different things that we wish we could be free. So in both these holidays, we really have to find the space that we can be ourselves by taking on an experience that we want to be and get a taste of the thing that we want to be. So why they're so connected? Because in traditional settings, we don't count the year from Rosh Hashanah. We count the year in Jewish life. Spiritual life starts at Nisan, just before Pesach. So Purim is the last holiday of the year, and Pesach is the first holiday of the year. And between those two are two polarities, two ways for us to get to redemption, to get to our story, to try on knowing ourselves and being ourselves from the inside and the outside, but also then to go into Pesach and go through the Exodus and understand the redemption is for us to understand that we want to be free. So if you want to be free, and you try on the different identity, and you have the courage to show what's on the inside or on the outside, you can end the year and begin the year with a really strong way to live. And like I said here at Betshuva, right? We try and be ourselves and try and really live redemption through experience. Otherwise, teaching Torah is just another Torah portion. You have to sit in Pesach like a king and a free person. You have to be somebody else for a minute on Purim. And when you are able to experience it, when you're able to be authentic about it, you have a sense of redemption and a chance of a life of meaning. Shabbat Shalom.